It is Dr. Kim from Senior Health. Imagine it is 6:30 in the morning. The sun is just starting to peek through the curtains of your bedroom. You reach for your phone to check the time, or perhaps you pick up the morning paper from the porch. You blink. You rub your eyes. But the edges of the world stay soft. The letters on the page seem to be vibrating, or worse, they are starting to disappear into a gray haze. You tell yourself the lie that millions of Americans tell themselves every single morning. You whisper to yourself, "I am just tired. My eyes are just dry." This is just what happens when you turn 70. So, you drive to the local pharmacy. You walk down the supplement aisle, past the rows of joint creams and heart tonics, until you find that bright, expensive bottle with the picture of a clear, glowing eye on the label. Lutein. The label promises you the world. It says advanced vision support. It says protects the macula. It says clinically proven to fight age-related decline. You feel a wave of relief. You buy the biggest bottle they have. You go home, and you swallow that first golden capsule. You do it the next day. And the month after that. You believe with every fiber of your being that you are building a shield around your retinas. But I am here today to tell you something that the trillion-dollar supplement industry is terrified for you to know. You are not building a shield. You are painting the walls of a house while the foundation is being eaten by termites. For the last 30 years, the pharmaceutical complex has convinced the American senior that vision loss is a simple math equation. They told you that if your eyes are failing, it is because you have a lutein deficiency. They sold you the idea that the eye is an isolated camera, and all you need is a little more ink in the cartridge to keep it running. This is the lutein illusion. And it is a lie that is leading millions of people directly into the surgery trap. Your retina does not suddenly collapse because you missed a dose of a yellow pigment. Your vision does not fade because you are low on lutein. Your vision is fading because the microscopic, high-pressure nerve network behind your eye is slowly, silently suffocating. I want you to understand the sheer biological intensity of your eyes. The retina is not just a piece of tissue. It is one of the most metabolically active parts of the entire human body. Per gram of tissue, your retina consumes more oxygen and requires more energy than your heart, your liver, or even your brain. Every single second you are awake, your eyes are performing a miracle of high-speed electrical signaling. And that miracle depends on one thing above all else: microvascular circulation. Behind your eye exists a network of blood vessels so delicate, so thin, that they are literally 10 times smaller than a human hair. These vessels are the lifelines. They bring the oxygen. They carry away the metabolic waste. They provide the fuel for the photoreceptors that allow you to see the faces of your grandchildren. When that circulation is disrupted, even by 1%, the disaster begins. When oxygen levels drop in the eye, the photoreceptors do not die instantly. They are smarter than that. They enter a state of metabolic hibernation. They go dormant. They stop sending strong electrical signals to the brain to conserve energy. This is why the world looks dimmer. This is why colors start to look like they have been washed out in the rain. This is why you struggle to see the curb when you are walking at dusk. Most seniors panic when this happens. They think their eyes are rotting. But the truth is, your optic nerve, the massive cable of over 1 million nerve fibers connecting your eye to your brain, is often not dead. It is suppressed. It is waiting for the power to come back on. But what does the supplement industry do? They don't talk about circulation. They don't talk about oxygen. They sell you pigments. Lutein is a carotenoid. Yes, it is found in the macula. Yes, it helps filter some blue light. But taking lutein for a suffocating optic nerve is like buying a new set of tires for a car that has no engine. The tires look great, but the car is still stuck in the driveway. If your retina is starving for oxygen because your microvessels are clogged with inflammation, swallowing more lutein will not save you. If your mitochondria, the power plants inside your eye cells, are failing because they are poisoned by a toxic American diet, all the lutein in the world will not reactivate that neural pathway. This is the great betrayal. By focusing on a single, profitable pigment, the medical establishment is allowing the true killers of vision to go completely unchecked. They are ignoring the fact that the modern lifestyle is a direct assault on the endothelial lining of your retinal vessels. The high-fructose corn syrup in your processed bread. The toxic, industrial seed oils in your salad dressings. The chronic, unyielding stress of modern life. These are the things that are physically scarring the tiny capillaries behind your eyes. When these vessels are scarred, they become rigid. They become narrow. The blood becomes thick and sludgy. The oxygen cannot reach the deep layers of the retina. This is where traditional Eastern wisdom offers a perspective that modern Western ophthalmology completely ignores. In the ancient medical traditions of the East, we have known for 5,000 years that the eye is not an isolated organ. It is the opening of the liver. This sounds strange to the Western ear, but the biological connection is profound. In Eastern physiology, the liver is the master of circulation and the storehouse of blood. When the liver system is congested, when it is overheated by toxins and inflammatory fats, the blood cannot reach the sea of marrow in the head. The eyes are the first to suffer. They dry out. They become inflamed. The pressure builds behind the optic nerve. This is the mechanical reality of what the ancients called rising liver fire. Modern neuroscience is finally catching up. We now know that the retina depends on a perfect, stable flow of mitochondrial energy. When the internal fire of systemic inflammation rises, it destroys the mitochondria in the eye. The result is what you see in the mirror every day, the graying of your world. But I want to give you a reason for absolute, uncompromising hope. Because if your optic nerve is dormant, if it is simply suppressed by a lack of oxygen and energy, it means the potential for restoration is still there. The wiring is intact. The buildings are still standing. We just have to turn the power grid back on. We have to stop painting the walls and start fixing the electricity. In the next section of this journey, we are going to dive deep into the specific silent killers that are currently clogging the microvessels of your eyes. We are going to expose the hidden fats and the healthy sugars that are acting like biological cement inside your retinas. We are going to move past the lutein lie and look at the actual mechanism of how American seniors are being blinded by their own kitchens. If you want to save your sight, you must understand the chemistry of the decay. And that decay starts with the very oils you were told were heart healthy. We left off at the most critical realization of your life. Your eyes are not just fading, they are being starved. And the starvation begins in the one place you thought was safe. Your kitchen. To understand why your optic nerve is entering a state of hibernation, we have to talk about the physical sludge that is currently clogging the microscopic pipes of your retina. If those capillaries are 10 times thinner than a hair, it doesn't take much to block them. The primary culprit is a category of fats that the American Heart Associations have been pushing on you for 40 years. I am talking about industrial seed oils. Canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. They told you these were heart healthy because they lower your cholesterol. But they never told you what these oils do to the lipid membranes of your eyes. Your retina is composed of the highest concentration of polyunsaturated fatty acids in your entire body. It is designed to be fluid, flexible, and lightning fast. In nature, your eyes were meant to be built from stable, ancestral fats like DHA from fish and saturated fats from healthy animals. But for the last 4 decades, the American senior has been rebuilding their retinas out of industrial waste. When you consume these highly unstable omega-6 seed oils, your body has no choice but to use them as building blocks. They become the structural walls of your retinal cells. But here is the biological nightmare: these industrial oils are chemically fragile. They cannot stand the heat and they cannot stand the light. As we established, your eye is a high-oxygen, high-light furnace. When the light hits these unstable seed oils inside your macula, they do not just sit there. They oxidize. They turn rancid. Think about a bottle of oil you left in the garage for 3 years. It gets thick, sticky, and smells like chemicals. That is exactly what is happening inside the microvessels of your eyes. This is the seed oil sludge. It makes your blood thick. It makes your vessel walls rigid. It creates a state of permanent microvascular rust. This rust is the true mechanical driver of early macular degeneration. The drusen, those yellow deposits your doctor sees during an eye exam, are not just random aging spots. They are the accumulated trash of oxidized fats and proteins that your eye can no longer flush out because the pipes are clogged with industrial sludge. But there is a second silent killer working alongside these oils. And it is the sugar glaze. Even if you aren't a full-blown diabetic, the standard American diet keeps your blood sugar in a state of constant, low-level elevation. For a senior, this is catastrophic for vision. When your blood sugar spikes, the excess glucose molecules begin to stick to the proteins in your blood and your eyes. This process is called glycation. Imagine pouring maple syrup into a fine Swiss watch. The gears might still turn for a while, but eventually, everything gets sticky and slow. In your eyes, these sticky proteins are called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. And they live up to their name. They age your eyes at 10 times the normal rate. They stick to the collagen in your vitreous humor, creating those annoying floaters that dance across your vision. They stick to the lens, creating the cloud of cataracts. But most importantly, they stick to the endothelial lining of your retinal capillaries. They make the vessels leaky. This is the hidden mechanism of silent oxygen deprivation. When your vessels are leaky and clogged with seed oil rust, the red blood cells, the ones carrying the oxygen, cannot squeeze through to reach the photoreceptors. Your retina begins to send out a desperate chemical signal for help. It releases a protein called VEGF, which tries to grow new, emergency blood vessels. But these new vessels are weak. They are fragile. They break and bleed. This is the transition from dry to wet macular degeneration. This is the moment your vision can vanish in a matter of weeks. The eye industry sees this and they offer you a needle. They want to inject chemicals into your eye to stop the bleeding. They want to manage the disaster that they allowed to happen by never telling you about the sludge and the glaze. They treat the bleeding, but they never fix the seed oil rust. They never address the sugar glaze. In the ancient Eastern tradition, we don't look for a needle to stop the bleeding, we look for the fire that is causing the vessels to burst. We look at the dampness that is clogging the channels. When your liver is overwhelmed by these industrial oils, it can no longer brighten the eyes. The blood becomes stagnant. In Eastern medicine, stagnant blood is the root of all blindness. If the blood does not move, the qi cannot flow. If the qi cannot flow, the spirit of the eye departs. You feel this as a heavy, dull pressure behind your eyes. You feel it as a headache that starts after 20 minutes of reading. You feel it as a world that is slowly losing its spark. Your optic nerve is not dead. It is simply buried under 40 years of industrial waste. It is suffocating behind a wall of glycation and oxidized fat. If we want to see again, we have to stop the rusting and the glazing today. We have to purge the industrial oils from our cells, and we have to dissolve the sugar glaze from our capillaries. But how do we do that? How do we physically reach into the microscopic layers of the retina and turn the lights back on? The answer lies in a biological process that your doctor has never mentioned. A process of deep cellular recycling. In the next part of this masterclass, we are going to move into the reactivation protocol. We are going to leave the world of problems and enter the world of solutions. I am going to show you the exact fat swap technique to flush the seed oils out of your retinas. I am going to show you the mitochondrial reset to give your photoreceptors the energy they need to stop hibernating. And we are going to reveal the ancient, physical electrical triggers to force the optic nerve to send signals back to the brain. The light is still there. We just have to clear the sludge to let it in. We have identified the industrial sludge and the sugar glaze that are suffocating your eyes. Now, we move into the phase of action. We are going to perform a biological reboot of your optic nerve. Your doctor told you that once the nerve cells in the retina are gone, they are gone forever. But what they didn't tell you is that most of your missing vision isn't because the cells are dead, it's because they are paralyzed. They are in a state of metabolic coma. The first step in our reactivation protocol is what I call the Great Fat Swap. Your retinas are currently built out of unstable, rancid industrial seed oils. We need to physically flush those oils out of your cell membranes and replace them with stable, ancestral lipids. This is the only way to stop the microvascular rust. Starting today, you must flood your system with high-quality, cold-processed DHA and phospholipids. But don't just buy any fish oil. Most supermarket fish oil is already rancid before you even open the bottle, which only adds to the fire in your eyes. You need a high-potency, third-party tested krill oil or cod liver oil. Why krill? Because the DHA in krill is bound to phospholipids, which means it can cross the blood-brain barrier and the blood-retinal barrier with ease. It is the biological cleaner that pushes the toxic omega-6 oils out of your photoreceptors. Within 30 days of this fat swap, the structural integrity of your retina begins to stabilize. The leakiness in your vessels starts to heal. But stabilizing the structure is only half the battle. We have to turn the power plants back on. We have to talk about mitochondrial resurrection. Inside every single one of your retinal cells, you have thousands of tiny engines called mitochondria. These engines produce the ATP, the cellular energy, that allows your eyes to process light. In a senior with fading vision, these engines are not broken, they are smogged up. They are producing more smoke than energy. To fix this, we utilize the power of photobiomodulation. This sounds like science fiction, but it is one of the most heavily researched areas of modern neurology. Your mitochondria have a specific receiver for a certain frequency of light, deep red light. When you expose your closed eyes to specific wavelengths of red and near-infrared light, usually around 670 nanometers, it acts like a biological jumpstart. This light penetrates through the eyelid, hits the mitochondria in the retina, and physically clears out the metabolic waste that is blocking energy production. Studies from University College London have shown that just 3 minutes of exposure to deep red light in the morning can significantly improve contrast sensitivity and color vision in seniors. You are literally recharging the batteries of your eyes. However, the energy won't flow if the telephone lines are dead. We must address the electrical wake-up of the optic nerve. As I told you, your optic nerve is often just dormant. It has been suppressed by years of high-pressure liver fire and chemical toxicity. We must send a physical, electrical signal from the outside and to force it back online. In the ancient Eastern tradition, we don't just look at the eye, we look at the master switches on the body. There is a specific point located on your leg, 4 finger widths below the kneecap, on the outside of the shin bone. In the West, we call it stomach 36. In the East, it is the point of 3 miles. When you apply deep, rhythmic pressure to this point, you are not just massaging a muscle. You are stimulating a neurological pathway that leads directly to the visual cortex of your brain. Modern fMRI scans have proven that stimulating this point causes an immediate surge of blood flow to the ophthalmic artery behind your eye. This is your internal blood pump. By stimulating this point for 5 minutes every morning, you are manually forcing oxygenated blood past the seed oil sludge and into the starving layers of your retina. But there is a second switch. It is located on your inner ankle, about 5 finger widths above the bone. We call this the bright light point. For thousands of years, this point has been used to bring the light back to those in darkness. When you stimulate the bright light point, you are sending a high-frequency signal through the spinal cord that tells the brain to rescan the visual field. It forces the optic nerve to fire. It is like flicking a circuit breaker in your basement when the lights go out. If you combine the fat swap to fix the pipes, the red light to jumpstart the engines, and the meridian stimulation to turn on the electricity, you are doing more for your vision in 1 week than 10 years of Lutein pills could ever accomplish. You will start to notice small miracles. The world will look a little sharper. The colors of the trees will look more vibrant. The dull ache behind your eyes will start to fade. This is the sound of your visual system waking up. But we are not done yet. We have saved the most important part for last. In the final section of this masterclass, we are going to talk about night vision recovery and the specific ancient eye elixir that clears the liver fire once and for all. We are going to put everything together into a daily 24-hour protocol that you can start tonight. Your independence is within reach. The fog is lifting. We have reached the final stage of our biological reconstruction. You have the knowledge. You understand the fraud. Now, we are going to implement the structural changes that will restore your night vision and extinguish the liver fire that is boiling your lenses. Let us address the crisis of the night. For most American seniors, the first sign of total visual collapse is the loss of night vision. You find yourself squinting at road signs. You feel a sense of dread when the sun begins to set. This is because your retinas have lost the ability to regenerate a vital protein called rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is the night ink of your eyes. It is the chemical that allows your photoreceptors to capture the smallest fragments of light in the darkness. In a healthy eye, rhodopsin is recycled every few seconds. But when your system is flooded with seed oil sludge and sugar glaze, this recycling process grinds to a halt. To fix this, we do not turn to lutein. We turn to the most powerful water-soluble antioxidants in the plant kingdom, anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are the deep, dark pigments found in bilberries, blackcurrants, and the skins of black beans. Unlike lutein, anthocyanins are incredibly stable. They do not oxidize under the high heat conditions of your eye. Instead, they act as a biological accelerator for rhodopsin. They force the eye to recycle its night ink faster. This is how you reclaim the road. This is how you stop the halos and the starbursts around headlights. By incorporating a concentrated bilberry extract or a daily bowl of black bean broth, you are physically repairing the night vision circuitry that the eye industry told you was gone forever. But we must complete the work by cooling the source. We must talk about the ancient liver vision elixir. As I have told you throughout this masterclass, the eye is the antenna of the liver. If your liver is hot, stagnant, and congested with the toxins of a lifetime, your eyes will never be clear. The cataracts will continue to form because the internal heat is still cooking the proteins in your lens. To cool this fire, you must perform the bitter liver flush every morning for the next 21 days. This is your new morning ritual. You will take 16 ounces of warm water. You will add the juice of half a fresh lemon, a teaspoon of raw dandelion root extract, and a half teaspoon of turmeric. The lemon and dandelion act as a biological detergent. They force the gallbladder to contract, purging the stagnant, toxic bile that has been sitting in your system for decades. The turmeric acts as the fire extinguisher, cooling the systemic inflammation that drives the rising heat into your head. When you drink this elixir, you are not just helping your digestion. You are manually cooling the boiling water in your eyes. Within 3 weeks, the yellow tint in your vision will begin to fade. The pressure behind your eyes will drop. The sea of marrow will finally be clear enough for the spirit to return to your sight. Now, let us put everything together into the Dr. Kim 24-hour vision restoration protocol. This is your blueprint for independence. In the morning, immediately upon waking, drink your bitter liver vision elixir. This clears the overnight stagnation. Then, perform your gargling and humming to wake up the vagus nerve, followed by 5 minutes of deep, rhythmic stimulation of the stomach 36 point on your shins. This pumps the first wave of oxygenated blood to your retinas. If possible, spend 3 minutes in front of a deep red light source to jumpstart your mitochondrial engines. During the day, eliminate every drop of industrial seed oil. No canola. No soybean. No corn oil. Replace them with grass-fed ghee or extra virgin olive oil. This stops the seed oil sludge from building more rust in your vessels. Take your high-potency krill oil and your bilberry extract with your largest meal to ensure maximum absorption of the fats and anthocyanins. In the evening, implement the digital sundown. 2 hours before bed, turn off the screens. Apply your warm, mineralized salt water compress over your closed eyes for 15 minutes. This melts the calcification in the lens while you sleep. Finally, massage the bright light point on your inner ankle for 5 minutes to send the final electrical signal of the day to your visual cortex. You are no longer a passive observer of your own decline. You are no longer a victim of a birthday or a pharmaceutical marketing campaign. You are a biological architect. The eye industry wants you to believe that your vision is a flickering candle that will eventually go out. I am telling you that your vision is a sun that has been covered by clouds. By purging the Lutein lie, by clearing the seed oil sludge, by cooling the liver fire, and by manually reigniting the electrical pathways, you are pulling those clouds away. The faces of your family will become sharp again. The colors of the world will become vibrant again. Your ability to drive, to read, and to move through this world with confidence is within your grasp. The restoration of the American senior is not a medical dream, it is a biological reality that starts with the truth. You have the light within you. Now, go and let it shine. I am Dr. Kim from Senior Health. Your journey to clear vision starts tonight. Protect your sight. Nourish your essence. And stay awake to the truth.